Question 6. What have you learned about technologies from the process of creating this product? Well, when creating my stop motion animation, I have learned a great deal through timekeeping, through movement of body parts like limbs, moving arms, fingers, keeping it all a flowing motion, because if the jumps are too big, it stutters the image, ruining the film, which makes it difficult to watch, uncomfortable to watch, which is not what I'm after. I'm after a very smooth, gentle, natural movement to make it look as human as possible. Another thing that I have learned when making this film is how to rig the camera up so I can get the best shot possible, and how to control the character in the parameter of the image without losing focus of key parts of the face like eyes and hair, which sometimes goes out of focus, which I have learned. Also, I have learned when making sets to give yourself time. Mine took nearly 4 weeks to create, and it's made out of plasticine and MDF. I wish I had more space and more set so I can make more rooms to show more diversity in the film, as there is only one room, which makes the film seem a little, or the film opening seem a little bit constricted, and I couldn't be as creative as I pictured in my head to be. Also, I didn't realise, but before making it, I originally had one wall and I was going to put it up against one wall, so you only saw it from one angle. But then I realised that would make it very boring and have no context to the film, and it would just be horrible to watch. So I created a corner where I had a doorway and a fireplace, and where the fireplace was to create, so it looked like light was illuminating from the fireplace, I placed a small lamp, which leads me on to lighting. That's another technique and part of technology that I have learnt to use in this process in creating my film, which I didn't know before. Also, when making a stop motion, I have to lip sync with whistling, which I've included in my movie, and maybe mumbling, which is all shown through face gestures and lip gestures when animating the face, which I found incredibly hard to do, as the film at the time when I was lip syncing was very jumpy, as I still needed to compress all the pictures, the JPEGs in Premiere Pro into one moving picture. So overall, I have learnt a lot of new techniques which I did not know before, and used a range of technologies like different cameras, the Panasonic Full HD camcorder, which I used for the opening sequence of the country lanes. I never used a camera like this before until then. Also, to take the single images to create my stop motion film, I used my SLR D70 Nikon camera, which was very useful, as I could get macro shots which I needed for close-ups and mid-shots, and over the shoulder of the hand to get great detail.